Tigers, and welcome back to the Ouachita News Show. I'm Lucy Barrera.
And I'm Rebecca Payton. We hope everyone is having a great week. We've had lots of fun events happening on campus, and we can't wait to share all that is going on with you.
That's right, Rebecca. We've had so much going on and have enjoyed the beautiful weather we have gotten recently. And with the busy schedule, we need to take a look at the forecast to check in and see if the beautiful weather will be sticking around a bit longer. Weather reporter Peyton Rains has an update for us to see what we can expect. Peyton?
Hey Tigers, here's a look at the weather forecast for the upcoming week. Today is looking to be partially cloudy with a high of 76 and a low of 59. Tomorrow is looking to be less cloudy with a high of 80 and a low of 45. Friday is looking to be a little colder than the days before with a high of 59 and a low of 47. Saturday will continue the chilly streak with a high of 58 and a low of 32. Sunday will have a high of 57 and a low of 27. Next Monday, we will see a continuance of the chilly weather with a high of 53 and a low of 27. Tuesday, we are set to see a high of 59 and a low of 42. As always, weather predictions are provided by AccuWeather. I'm Peyton Rains. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Peyton. It's nice to see that the nice weather will be sticking around for a bit longer. I know students all over campus have enjoyed the sunshine. Another thing students have enjoyed this week was the International Food Fest on Tuesday night in Walker Conference Center. This event allowed our international students to make a dish from their home and bring it for their peers to try. It was an amazing way for our international students to feel a little piece of home and share it with others.
Looking back on last weekend, the Theater Arts departments performed Frisia, a show written by student Abby Burleson. This show was performed multiple times through the weekend and offered a great way to get an art engagement credit while supporting other students on campus.
Also last weekend, the Miss OBU pageant took place on Saturday, February 14th. 8 beautiful contestants competed for the special title of Miss OBU. These girls showed their talents and hearts for things that were important to them. Second runner-up went to Allie Hilkema. First runner-up went to Kidron Ramoser. And the title of Miss OBU 2026 went to Anna Derby, a junior kinesiology major from Arkadelphia, Arkansas. I had the opportunity to take a deeper look into the event and all that it entails. Let's take a look. Last Saturday, 8 contestants took the stage at the Miss OBU 2026 pageant, the annual scholarship competition that awards more than $5,000 in scholarships and prizes. The evening included group performances from student singers and dancers, along with special appearances by Miss Arkansas 2025, Kennedy Holland, and Miss Arkansas's Teen 2025, Amelia Liso, who both performed for the audience. The event was emceed by Miss OBU 2017, Tiffany Lee Terrell, and showcased contestants representing a wide variety of majors and campus organizations. They were sponsored by different clubs, social clubs, sports teams, and schools of study. The contestants competed in talent, health and fitness, evening wear, and onstage question. Judges evaluated each participant on stage presence, communication, and overall performance. By the end of the evening, Anna Derby was crowned Miss OBU 2026, receiving the title from Miss OBU 2025, Ava Weeks. Anna will now represent OBU at the Miss Arkansas Scholarship Competition this summer. I'm Lucy Barrera, back to the desk.
Thank you, Lucy. And congratulations, Miss OBU 2026, Anna Derby. While all of those girls were busy last week preparing for the pageant, our social clubs on campus were hard at work as well. Due to the inclement weather we experienced a few weeks ago, induction week for clubs was moved back to last week, with some events moving into the weekend. It was a very interesting adjustment for clubs to make, while also working alongside student life to ensure all inductees were still going to get the best experience possible.
That's right, Becca. It was great to see how student life worked with our students to provide the best experience possible. While our clubs have been busy through induction week, that didn't slow down the hard work our student athletes have been putting in. Let's check in with our sports reporter, Cody, to see how our Tigers have been doing. Cody?
Thank you, Lucy. To begin our Roar Rundown this week, on Thursday, the men's baseball team heads over to the Southern Oklahoma and starts the GAC opener with a 4-7 loss. On Friday, the Tigers split the doubleheader against Southern Oklahoma with a 4-8 loss in Game 1 and then came back with a 6-5 win in Game 2. On Tuesday, the Tigers beat Harding 9-3. Kendall Cassidy shined in the extended relief appearance, which kept the Harding scoreless on 2 hits. Freshman Jarrett Wagner earned the win as the pitcher of record when the Tigers took the lead. Heading over to softball, On Thursday, the Tigers split their home opener against Union with the first game ended in a 3-4 loss. In the 7th inning, a redshirt senior, Remington Adams, launched a 2-run home run over left field and tied the score, which sent it to the 8th inning. The Tigers ended Game 2 with a 7-2 win against Union. On Friday, the Tigers finished their series with a 0-8 loss. Moving on to the men's basketball team, on Thursday, the Tigers traveled across the street and earned a 66-60 win over their rivals Henderson State. On Saturday, the Tigers were able to get a 71-57 win over Arkansas Tech. Ouachita freshman Jackson Conley was named the Great American Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Conley collected 11 steals over a total of 4 games. Moving to the women's basketball, on Thursday, the Tigers head across the street and suffered a 58-66 loss against their rivals Henderson State University. On Saturday, the Tigers lost 86-93 at home against Arkansas Tech. The Tigers did have 4 of their players score double points, that being Heidi Robinson with 27, Abby Harrison with 16, Madeline Tipton with 14, and Audrey Winfrey with 13. Moving on to the men's tennis, on Saturday the Tigers move onto a 3-0 start of the spring season after beating Southwest Baptist to a 4-1. Moving to the women's indoor track and field, on Friday the Tigers ended up beating 6 school records at the Howie Ryan Invitational hosted by the University of Houston.
Thank you, Cody. Our student athletes are always making Ouachita proud. And while our student athletes are doing great things in the world of athletics, we know that all students across campus have been busy this semester in full swing.
That's right, Lucy, and that leads us to our question of the day. We asked you all, what is the most rewarding part of a busy schedule? Here are some of your responses.
Bethany Green says multiple interactions with people.
Emmeline Burrow says simply accomplishing something that you have been wanting to do.
Avery Harper says feeling accomplished. I would say feeling accomplished as well, and I also feel like I sleep better if I'm more productive in a day. So, how about you?
I would definitely have to say I just feel lighter and happier, and it just feels like a day complete. Well, that's all we have for you today. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ouachita News Show and answer each question of the week. You might just see your response pop up on the show.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ouachita News Show, so you never miss out on the latest and greatest Ouachita news. See you next time.